Hello Scott class, I hope you're keeping happy and safe inside your home. Today we're going to look at the town of Slough and compare and contrast it to the picture that we've been looking at in topic of Flatford Mill. I have the two pictures here. Here's the Flatford Mill painting and here's a picture of Slough. Before we start, I want you to have a guess. Which picture do you think is of the town? And which picture do you think is of the countryside? I'll hold them up. Have a guess. Which picture do you think is of the town? And which picture do you think is of the countryside? Did you have a guess? This picture is the town. So if you guessed that Slough was the town, you're correct. And this picture is the countryside. If we put them next to each other, they do look very different. I don't see a lot of buildings in this picture, and I don't see a lot of grass in this picture. Let's work together to sort out some of the features of towns and countrysides into our table. So I'm going to draw a line down the middle. And on this side, we're going to put everything to do with the country. And on this side, we're going to do everything that has to do with the town. So this side is going to be the countryside and this side is going to be the town. And if you get stuck, you can just have a look at the pictures at the top. So I've got my pile of pictures to sort. Will you help me? First one, let me get my blue tack ready. Trees. Do you think that we find trees in the countryside or the town? Stop the video and tell the screen your answer. Off you go. Stop the video. That was a trick question. Why? Because trees are both in the town and the countryside. In the countryside, you'll find a lot of trees, but there is still also trees in the town. So that goes on both. Okay, next one. Cows. Do you think that we find cows in the countryside or in the town? What do you think? We find cows in the countryside. Did you shout out countryside? You wouldn't find a lot of cows in town simply because there's nothing for them to eat. Okay, small shops. Where do you think we find small shops that might look a little bit like this? Shout out your answer. Small shops are found in the countryside. Bigger shops would be in the town. What about fields? Where do you think we would find fields? Shout out your answer. Fields are found in the countryside. I'm nearly running out of room in the countryside side. What about flats? Where do you think we find flats? In the town. You wouldn't really find flats in the countryside. You would find usually small cottages or smaller houses. What about semi-detached houses like this? Where do you think we find these? These would be found in the town as well. Let's put this here. We talked about this in our video yesterday. Where do you think you would find large supermarkets? You would find those in the town. What about shopping centres? Where do you think you find those? In the town. You're doing amazing, everyone. I hope you're shouting out all the correct answers. Finally, tall buildings. Where do you think you find tall buildings? In the town. So let's have a look at all of the different things that we would find in the town and all of the different things that we said we would find in the countryside. So in the town you would find tall buildings, shopping centres, large supermarkets, semi-detached houses, flats and trees. And then in the countryside, you would find fields, small shops, cows and trees. I have one final challenge for you. Do you think that you could try and have a look to see if you live in a town or the countryside? Try and see if you can figure out where your family members live. Do you have any family members that might live in the countryside, or do they all live in the town? Maybe they might live in a city. Do you think you could find out? Record a video of you telling me all of the fantastic information you find out. Take care, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye!